Yo, what's good, YouTube? Going on stream now. Um, actually, let me just get the topic that I was gonna do. Where's my podcast right here? There we go. Okay. What was it? 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 I don't know what topic was it. I'll just say it's a surprise topic. Surprise topic today. Right. We'll see where the day leads us. All right, confirm and go live. There we go. Right. Another day, another stream. To be honest, yesterday was I won't say yesterday was fun. I'll say it was like I did a thing, you know. But I'm gonna try not to do that again. I'm gonna try not to do that again. Okay. This is really a testing phase and a testing phase and a testing ground. Then what I need to focus on is the whole, should I say, mission, the whole goal, right? And to not evaluate it, but to really see how it can work. Okay. Right. Mm, I have way less time now to actually do things outside of the streams again. So I have to do everything here. You know, I'm thinking because I keep switching to the different goals. Like, is the okay? Let's check. Let's see. I want to see if this is actually working. Um, right. Is this looks like fine, right? One. No, I'll say this is one, two, three, four, five. Like just five topics in a row. That looks fine. Okay. It looks fine. These three were something else. And then it went down. It's because I left. I left. Right. Okay. We're gonna focus on what works. Okay? We're gonna focus on what works. We're gonna try other things. Um I'm feeling myself getting more tired. I didn't think I'd be as tired, but I'm feeling myself getting more tired. So that's not good. We need to be upbeat all the time. Okay. Um. Hmm. 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 Right. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. Today would be another sort of holistic view. All right. We'll go to the Discord and see exactly what we have spoken of before, and then we'll map them together as like what's it called, as like the what we're working with at the moment. Okay. From there, we'll see how to expand on some, right? So I'll go onto the whiteboard. This is from yesterday. I actually don't know what to title this. I'll just say random. Okay, random. Right, just random. Okay, and then we're going to really join everything that we've done so far together, right? Okay, reset canvas, reset. Okay, so everything so far. That's the topic for today. Everything so far, right? This is all that I've done from the start of January till now on every topic that I have sort of tried to unravel with my own intuition. Okay, so if I go onto Discord, we'll see everything that we have. Right. But and that's the thing, it's good to have this here so that we can keep revisiting it. Alright, so we talked something on education, spoke about something on content creation, just random topic, interesting topics, and then the world, emotions, I think too, yeah, jealousy and fear, and then proverb analysis. Okay, so we're gonna sort of organize our memory now because this is what we've worked through on this channel, right? So we're gonna organize our memory and then we're gonna keep going forward. All right. I think there's gonna be good topic spin-offs from these, but we also need to have more as well because there's everything and anything to talk about. But it needs to be a baseline for how we structure ours. Okay, so let's go. I'll say first. I'll take a screenshot of this first, right? Just so I'm not coming back and forth. Okay, take a screenshot of this, and then all right, copy image. Wait, did I? Okay, didn't. All right, I'll make this bolder. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna put the screenshot here. All right, now I'll say education, content creation, interesting, yes, the world, emotions, proverb analysis. Okay, calm. That's what we have here. I'll just sort of move that out. Okay, boom. That's what we have so far. Okay, can I cut these into chunks? I will. I'll do that instead. Content creation. Yeah, I think that'll be better. If I cut them into chunks. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Interest. All right, another one. The world. Oh. Emotions. And then one more. Proverb analysis. Okay. Proverb analysis. Right. Oh. Right. These are them. I can delete this. All right. So delete. All right. Cool. This is all we have. Now we're gonna have a look at what is in each. Okay. So education. What did we have in it? Okay. This is the prompt. Only one we've done on education. Right. Ooh, that's. How do I? I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. Go like this. Wait. I didn't write down education. Oh, I didn't. Okay, that's fine. I'll write one more. All right, education. There we go. There's anyone more done education. I'm gonna just point it there. Okay, that's education, and then that's just a straight line. Also a straight line. It's only this, but this opacity. No, 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 no. Content creation. What was it? Content creation. Okay. All right. The value of content creation. That was it. All right. Calm. And then for interesting topics, we had two. Right. Importance of sports. Oh. Whoa. All right. The importance of sports. Yeah, I'll bring it down here. The importance of sport and what else? And what makes someone crazy? This was actually this was a very, I'll say this was like one of my most fun stream. What makes someone crazy? Right. And then I have takes on all of these. Okay. Right. Okay. So here, here. I think I'll increase the size of these as well. Interesting topics. Content creation. I need to increase that. This has to be the biggest one. Okay, and I'll make it blue. All right. All right. There we go. Oh, actually, no. I'll just make these red instead. Interesting topics. All right, well, this can go ahead. I think this is gonna be the biggest we're going to do. Education. No, that's emotions. And then problem analysis. This one's just that's a new like one. Okay, the world. All right, what do we have in the world? What did we do? Okay, what is the state of the world? Okay, calm. Remember that. All right. I'll make it black. All right. And then emotions. Do you have another one for the world? Nope. Emotions. Okay. Jealousy. Only one I have a picture. This was recent. Actually, no, this was that was the last one I did. Jealousy. And then, oh no, what the flip? That's the actual. It was jealousy and fear. Jealousy. And then fear. Okay. Jealousy and fear. Red. And brown analysis is red. This is the only one that I actually put the internet's conclusion of. Okay. And black. All right, there we go. This is all we have. At the moment. Right. This is everything we have at the moment. Okay. Gonna just move this up here a little bit. Then I'm going to write this right there. Right. Just so you can see it. Right. This is all we have at the moment. All right. So education, content creation, the world. That's kind of small. Let me increase that. All right. The world, interesting topics, emotions, and probable analysis. All right, so we've come to a conclusion on all of these topics, on every single one, right? A lot of them, and I'll say most of them, we didn't compare what was actually said on the internet. We didn't compare it at all, right? So, what's the point of this? What's the point of it? I flip. This I'm wrong. Mm. All right. What's the point of all this? Okay. So, hmm I think it would be beneficial to just be extremely aware of what exists, right? Like it's like a way of thinking about the bigger picture, in my opinion, that I think um, is not fascinating, but it's a way of thinking about the bigger picture that I believe that everyone should have an idea of, right? That there are different ways to think about a particular thing. And for me personally, I'm coming up with my own conclusions. But to get closer to the truth, or as close to the truth as possible, then you need to sort of have I guess, a wider understanding of, okay, what does this person think, or how do this person think, because it can be different from mine. And then coming to like a consensus, it would be like, I guess, the best way to handle it. And I think more people should sort of have a larger perspective like that. For me personally, I want to learn everything, or everything, right? I'm gonna know it all. Okay, so there are obviously, like, with, I guess, where's the interesting topics, you can just talk about some, like, anything, anything can really be discussed. But if you can see the proportion of, like, what I've spoke about, you can see sort of how, like, where my mind really mostly goes towards, right? I think no matter how scattered all these topics may be, and how, I guess, some of them unrelated, right? There's a pattern that's forming, or that could form. And if you get like loads more topics, you can see like a particular pattern being formed. Okay, so with every single thing here, I have spent less than an hour, or a little over an hour, I think, but I try to stay within an hour. Recently, I've gone with more like 40 minutes, and then 20 minutes of like online research to just see what people say, you know. So this is okay, right? Now, I want to populate this more. Like, you see this? I want all of this to be flooded. Every section to be flooded with different ones. And this and this and this and this, all flooded, right? That's kind of what I want. And I want it to be a thing where we're like, I guess, a group of people are all trying to get to not the right way to think, but trying to get to the point, you know? What's the point? So, so, um, I would like, I guess, criticism, and also like a collection, a collection of opinions. Well, right now, this is, I guess, all mine, and it'll just keep going that way. But I wanted to, I guess, it's gonna grow, like, I guess, linear. It's gonna be like just me just doing it, and it's gonna accumulate over a certain period of time. But I want it to grow exponentially as well. So I have to keep making as good of dissection of a topic as possible, so that, I guess, other people can get involved. You know what I mean? but I'm doing it on Twitch, so I need to really not fit in, but get comfortable with the Twitch ecosystem. So yeah, now it doesn't matter. Like everything I'm doing it completely on stream. I'm not planning outside the stream, whatever the case may be. Even this, I need to sort of think my way through sort of everything, but on stream, right? I'll have the times where it's like I have certain time allocated to just okay, I'm just gonna do topics for like 3 days or 2 days. I'm gonna do it for like 2 weeks, 2 weeks straight. I'll have those times, but also within those times, I'm actually not planning anything else, right? So I'm gonna be, I guess, comfortable there, right? Just in the moment, thinking about a topic, whatever the case may be. But I want that to go hand side by side with okay, am I making the best possible content, right? Or should that even be the point? You see all this type of I guess double guessing, second guessing, and just going for it. That's all gonna be here. It's not gonna be outside. It's just gonna be here. I've already said, okay, no matter what, I'm gonna come here every day, tired, sleepy, annoyed, angry, whatever the case may be. I'm just going to be here and I'm going to be honest about everything that's going on, right? And just try to work through it. Just try to work through it. Right now, I'm pretty happy with sort of in terms of from nothing. Like this was just like an idea. I just wanted to get on here, do something cool, but something that's honest with my with who I am. So I was like, this is just how I operate, regardless if I'm online or offline. So, but now, how do I do this at a highest level, right? And make it entertaining. I don't want to sort of tweak like my whole settings just to get some views though. That's that virality. I don't want that, but I just want to but I want to do everything that I can to make it work, you know? Because this could be like I guess just like a hobby where I'm just doing this by myself, trying to look and this and that, but I genuinely want to entertain people. So how do I do this, right? But make it entertaining. That's the that's the thing I need to think of. That's how I need to think of it. And it's like um I don't know if okay, let me paint. Let me do something. Right. So this is me, right? And I'm stuck. Not stuck, but like I'm thinking, right? I don't know what this drawing is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Right. This is me. Okay. Am I okay, I think I definitely am the hyper aware, right? I'm breaking the fourth wall. Okay. I'm pointing directly at I'm pointing directly at you guys, right? And saying, "Look, what? Look, this is what I'm doing. Like I'm involving everybody. And I think that's what streaming is. It's like there's no the viewers have no access to you. You guys literally have like just a chat away type of access, right? So that sort of I guess fourth wall breaking is what I like. I like movies and stuff, right? I like movies. I like this and this, like the high budget. You really, I like that. But I think there's something very unique about not just like talking straight to your audience in terms of like a YouTube video, right? In terms of like, oh hey, this is my vlog. Oh, watch this video for a couple minutes. Wow, and enjoy. Leave a like and subscribe, right? But streaming is something completely different. You know, I think some people that have come before has done a fantastic job. It's like pushing the barrier, but I feel like there is so much more that could happen in this. Hold on. And there's so much more that could happen with this, like, um interaction, right? So this and this. So like from the creator to the viewer, because it's so interpersonal, you know. Like I can be saying, oh yeah, I'm doing this, right, and I'm doing my thing, but you can strike up your own stream, and we can do the same thing together. You know, like we can. I don't know how to say it, but there's a vision that I see, and all of this I'm not spending my time outside of this thinking about this. It's like everything is switched off until I switch on. That's the essence, not the essence, but like that's the journey, in my opinion, right? I think I said this before, but a couple weeks, like kind of at the start when I started, I was like, I'm using a whole year as like the planning phase. Maybe that could be like, oh, I'm not strategic enough to actually try to do really good content and then get moderately popular quickly. But I want to actually, I'm here for like the long run. I want to really understand it. I've sort of grew up on sort of content creation. I actually preferred it to like actual legacy TV. I grew up on it, and I do like sort of what is possible with content creation. It's fascinating, right? So I'm thinking about how I'm going to break in by breaking in. Like I'm doing the thing that you can do, just open your laptop and start streaming. But with one caveat, yeah, with one caveat, like I have to be true to who I am. So I see a lot of different people come in for like trends and stuff like that, and I don't want this thing of sort of trying to compare myself to anybody else, because if I'm to truly stand out, not to stand out, but if I'm to truly, yeah, sorry, if I am to truly stand out, the only way that I can is if I be myself completely, right? If I try to tweak who I am to look like somebody else, then there's going to be two of us. But if I literally just remain not unique but myself completely, and then grow in that space, all right, and like have the advantage of this of distinction, like to not separate myself, but to like be to distinguish myself, right, from other creators, then there will be like no competition on me particularly. Obviously, we're all fighting for the same viewers. Not the same. They could you could bring in new viewers depending on how well you actually handle your content and your calendar and everything together, and like your viewers. But you genuinely could bring in new people, and it could be a bigger space. And if I'm saying to myself like the algorithm and how I guess things operate here is kind of like it's very like it kind of boxes you in because you have to do things um, that sort of flag whatever platform is to push your stuff to more people, then it's weird. But I still believe that there's a way that you can adequately manage that those decisions, right? So in here, in the content that I'm creating, um, as I'm making the content and being like, I guess, inside the fourth wall, you know, I'm still also breaking the fourth wall to say, look, I'm very new at this, right? But mm, I think I'm saying too many things too fast. I'm slowing down, but I'm still going very, very fast, right? Basically, I have ideas of the types of content that I want to make, right? But those ideas take more big budget type of stuff and take a long time away from it. And that is time that I don't have right now. So, in order to adequately plan, because I want to be in here for like the long haul, right? So, 10 years, 5 years, whatever, right? I have to understand the level of commitment that I can make, right? But if I'm trying to break in through content, through streaming, right, then there's a level of connection or familiarity that you can build with your audience. And that's what I'm trying to do. That familiarity into exactly how my mind works, so that when inevitably I do post that content, you could be like, oh yeah, I saw it coming, right? Or, oh, this was always the next step, right? This is not something that's, abrupt. That's kind of what I want it to be. So going back to this, it's like I'm going to make the content that is not self-aware, where like I am separate from the audience. I'm making some sort of spectacle, some sort of like image that, obviously, regardless, that I want people to see. But I'm also gonna be like, yo, yo, isn't it crazy that I'm able to do this? Yo, what is the next thing we should do? And like we have that conversation. And then I go, I think, I'm not good at drawing. I go and I think, how do you, oh, it's like the one eyebrow's raised, one eyebrow's down. I go and I think, hmm, and I plan the next video. Right. You know? And then I put it out and it's gonna be another spectacle, and it's gonna be like, and I'm gonna be again like, yo, isn't it crazy that I did that? And it's just gonna be like rinse repeat. You know what I mean? It's like I come to the drawing board, but this is my drawing board. 1 second. Alright, this is my drawing board, and like this is also my canvas. That doesn't make sense. Okay, this is my operations room. This is my planning room. I'm planning, right? Me and you, we're business partners and we're working together and we're planning, okay, what is going to be the next piece of content that we need to drop for these people? And these people are you. So you're planning the content that I'm making, right? But you're also the ones that are enjoying the content that I'm making. Will that ever work? Right? All of this is just things that I'm just coming up with on the fly. But will that ever work? There's obviously a bigger vision, right? The more esoteric information, but like we're not gonna go into that. But will it work? Will it work? Because okay, I'm an open. I'll say I don't like to lie, right? But I don't like to give out all the information either. You know. So I'm like a half open book, right? I don't say too much, but like if you can catch me out, you can catch me out very quickly, and you can ask the right questions to get information out of me, right? So will it work if I say what I'm trying to do and then I do it anyway? That there's gonna be like zero element of surprise. But why will it matter if this is what I want to do anyway? Because there has to be a bigger objective, right? What's the objective? I do want to build a community. And it's very hard, but it's possible, right? And for me, my own tolerance level is I'm not doing this like I'm not spending all day all night thinking about the content I want to make. I want it to be like very manageable and relaxing, right? If people want to watch it. They don't, hey. But I'm gonna do whatever it takes within that tolerance and within that frame of time that I have to make the best possible ones that I can make at my with the resources that I have. So right now is a laptop, those lights, and vibes. Okay. So as I'm doing that, I think this is the best course of action. Just stream for an hour a day, right? Every day, and then plan on stream. You know, so it is very breaking the fourth wall, but that's the name of the game in terms of streaming, right? So that's what I'm doing. So stay true to myself. I'm doing these type of things, making this type of content. Now, hands up if this is a decent idea, but an incorrect execution. So, no matter what the state of this is, it's going to follow the same themes, but it's just going to get more refined as we go along. So that's sort of how it is. We are thinking about different topics, but we're also thinking, so also being aware that, uh, we're also being aware as to what the situation is. You know, like we're not, we're not inside the is it inside the matrix or outside the matrix? It's like we're not inside the box, like the theater box, like the four walls. We're not inside that. We oh, I mean, like we're both. We're inside it and we're also outside of it, right? We can sort of pop in and out, you know. Well, in this case, me, but also you guys, because you guys can come on the stream too. Interactive, right? Everything so far, all of this, education, content creation, the world. Right, I think this is here because of this type of streams, content creation, right? Breaking that fourth wall, making sure that we all know what the situation is and vibes, right? I think that's why this topic is here, and this is gonna keep being here. And maybe this can actually be one of this topic, like, and it can be called "What am I doing?" Maybe that's what it's supposed to be called, right? But everything else is like the challenge. It's like, okay, can you genuinely use, like, what is in your mind about this and this? Like, I want to be the type of person that you can come to with any type of conversation and it would just, and I wouldn't sort of, I guess, back down to it. I would just be able to think about it, think about what I know, and then give you the chance to correct me or give you the chance to learn something from me. Though that, two of those, that's what I really want. I want whoever's watching to have the chance to correct me or the chance to learn something new. So that, I guess, interaction is sort of why I like the idea of streaming. Also, do I like the idea of streaming or do I like streaming in general? Well, I've never streamed before until now. What can I say about it? Well, what I can say about it now is that probably feels better to stream to more people. Because for me, I think that sense of community is sort of like, I guess, the most not exhilarating, but the most the thing that I look forward to the most, right? And these for me are uncharted waters. So that's what I look forward to the most, right? So it starts off with an idea until I open my laptop, and then it becomes a real thing. Now it's for me to get this real thing to something that actually makes, or I guess, re actualize the idea. You know, that's the goal. And for some random reason, I made it that I want 100 concurrent viewers any given stream. That's gonna take a lot of collaborations. A lot. A lot. So that's why I made an Instagram yesterday, right? what if I do this? What if I do this? And I've been changing it like as I'm going along. Obviously having things to do because I've said I'm gonna do things, right? But I'm also making little tweaks and turns here and there to re-strategize and replan. Honestly, we could have a whole day of just like planning a given thing, like objectives and and targets, right? Like having an objective and having a target. Okay, for this week, I just want to discuss like three new topics. Let's just really step away from like the planning thing because all that's boring. Let's really get into some. Let's get into the nitty gritty of some topics. Right? Let's see what's happening in the world today, and let's see if we're the smartest people in the world, right? Or anything else, you know. So, um, all right. Let me do it. Let me say it like this. For the next 5 days, five might be a bit too long. I'd say for the next 3 days, I'm just gonna go topics. I'll think about them now, and then after that, we'll say, let me go on the Instagram. Who's this?
Fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
YT and Twitch.
Stick to one's basic ethical rules.
Wait, what?
But isn't
I have my first follower. You see, it never happens until it works. You see, there we go. There we go. We got a follower, and I think it's a Twitch streamer. ZB Frankie. All right, let's see. This is what I'm talking about. You see, it doesn't matter. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Just make it, and it just happens. What's his name called? Oh, what? Okay, why is it on Twitch? 2BFR8NKYY. 2BFR8NKYY. What is it? I don't know which one. I don't know which one he is. Is this Linktree? Okay, there it is. Okay, he does gaming content. All right. When did he start? Give me a little follow. About nothing more. Right, calm. Okay. All right, that's fine. You see, nothing happens if you don't start. Right? That's the moral of the story. So you have to start first, and then when you start, I guess everything that you're thinking
stick
of.
to one's basic ethical rules.
Please. Everything that you're thinking of, sort of like I guess culminates in that thing. You need to just focus completely on that one direction, right? For me, I don't really use Instagram anymore. Well, I never really did. I never really posted no videos or nothing, right? Because I just never trusted myself online until I became mature enough to actually, I guess, do something that I genuinely want to do in this space. Um. So when you have a singular focus, right? I don't care what it is, and I actually want this from everyone, right? If like my ideal world is that everybody understands each other, right? And they have a singular focus based on their own strengths and talents and interests, and they just work hard at that. Obviously, try other things if they want, but work hard at that because if they are the best at the thing that they are uniquely capable of, then it, then it's better for me, and it's better for the person to write. So the reason why I decide to speak on these topics is that knowledge is power. No, no. It's that it's good to have a larger perspective on things without sort of studying yourself into, you know, craziness, right? Get a larger perspective, but realize that you don't need to just engrave yourself in like book, like just continuous books of this, because everybody's gonna have different thoughts. First, look at what you know, because you've actually, including me, we've been fed so much different type of information. First, on unravel, right? Declutter the mess that's in your head first. Think about it logically, right? Think about it, and come up with your own idea based on something that is actually true, and then be proven wrong or be proven right. So for me, it's like I'm trying to do it as smartly as I can. I don't want to just be flimsy and just make wild statements just to become viral. No. I want to be honest with exactly what I'm thinking, and I want to broadcast that on the internet for some random reason, right? In order to build a community around this idea, because I believe that, to be honest, I have like a more let's say positive, but I have a more like, what's the word? I'm actually forgetting it now. There's a specific word that I was thinking about. When I say I'm a dreamer, that's not the word. It's different. Dreamer is too like, it's too romantic. It's I'm optimistic, right? But recently, I think I've become sort of optimistic but very realistic. Okay, realistically, stop dreaming all the time and wake the flip up. Like wake up and start doing something. You know, realistically, stop saying you're gonna do it and you're gonna do it next week, because it's never gonna do it. You're never gonna do it next week. You've been saying I'm gonna do it next week for the past 6 years and nothing's happened. So even if you have no clue what to do, just think about it for like 5 minutes and then write it down. Then in like 2 weeks, you probably look at that book or that page that you wrote it down, and then it would sort of spring something else. Think about that for another like 1 minute and then write that down too. And then over 3 years, you've done more than you've been doing for the past 6 years. And now, if you've seen something build, right, for those 3 years, now you're giving yourself the chance to grow exponentially. Like, you might think this is nothing, but for me this is fantastic. I have no picture on my uh page. I made this yesterday, but I gave somebody the chance to see it and to follow me, I gave somebody a chance to have direct access to me. You know what I mean? Because this is what I want. I do want to have access to, I don't know, viewers, whoever, but on the internet, right? You can come on the internet, you can see a lot of crazy, like, the people going crazy wild for views, whatever the case may be. But the internet is still a place where people do fantastic things. So I think we have a lot of agency to not dictate, but to guide where the future leads, right? I think obviously a lot of things are uncertain, but I think there are things you can do specifically to really guide where you're gonna go, even in the worst possible situations. You can sort of, I guess, take a deep breath, understand it, try to see the funny in a terrible situation, and then I guess play a game of what if. Like, what if I wasn't sad anymore? Who would I be if I did the things that I wanted to do continuously, over and over and over and over again? Like, let me have like a thought experiment on that. Who would I be if that was the case? Obviously, there's like a 0.00 something percent chance that like you'll be consistent enough to do that, right? But if you can, I guess, gravitate towards that direction, then I there should be something more positive than negative, than knowing you want to do something but not doing it, right? So for me, I want to create content, but I don't have the means. I don't have the budget to make the, I guess, um artistic sort of videography type stuff. I don't even have the talent for it. But I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that does, and I'm pretty sure they want to get money for it. So I'm pretty sure if I do something small for now, let's say for the next 3 years, and I can see some dividends in terms of like, oh, me generating something, maybe 20 followers or 3 followers, right? I can see something there. It's going to make me want to put more money into it later on rather than jumping in it straight away. You know what I mean? Right? I'm not looking at this like, oh, wow, I'm going to sort of try to get this or that in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I'm looking at this like, okay, I'm probably going to be pissed at myself if I didn't get up, create that video, and post it, right? I'm going to always think, what if I did, right? So now, right, for me personally, I want to do it with the best that I have in hopes that I'm setting my future self up, the one that's going to be earning more, up to make the, I guess, grand video that future me would want to make, you know? Um, I don't have the talent, but I'm giving myself the time to build that up. And whatever little I can do, that's what I do. And it is so wild that this is free to do. And yeah, so I guess I have like a small bit of resource, so I'm gonna do it. Anyway, um, for the next 3 days, I want to discuss a couple topics. I don't know what I'm gonna discuss, but we're gonna figure it out now. Okay. Let's say, um, I think I did this before. Timeline of the world. I think I did this before, but I'm not doing this like this is the real time. I'm doing this based on what I know, right? Time of the world that is in my head. Let's say from the start of creation. What do I actually think about how the world started? Is it the Big Bang that I'm subscribing to, right? How do I feel about that, and what do I think about it, right? This is just what is in my own mind, okay? And then, like I said before, I'm leaving that up to criticism, not criticism. I'm leaving that up to for me to be corrected or for you to learn something, you know? That's what I want to do. Okay? Time of the world. Um Instinct. Okay, that's fine. Instinct, right? And the last one would be how to make people laugh. I Me myself, I am not funny, right? But it shouldn't be hard to make people laugh. So, we're going to talk about it. Okay. This is the next 3 topics I'm going to do over the next 3 days, right? I'm going to get in here. I'm going to talk about these topics, and then I'm going to search on, I think, for 40 minutes, and then I'm going to search online as to what everybody else is saying online. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, over the next 3 days. Then after that, it's probably going to be back to this, or maybe another topic I'm just going to sort of bring up on a whim. But this is it, right? There's nothing more to this. There's nothing more to what this is. I just think of doing something and I do it. That's all, right? I give myself a time frame and I just do it within that time frame. I give myself flexibility, right? So yeah, you know. Anyway, let's go back to this. Let's go back to Instagram. Okay. What I'm gonna do is this. Let me. Do I still have the picture that I have for my Twitch channel here? I think I do. So I'm just going to. I'm just going to upload that one here. Okay, photo. What the flip? Cancel. There we go. Where is? I actually made this ages ago before. But where is that photo I have of myself? I think my brother sent it to me. I'll just get it from there. Give me 1 second. I'm searching it up. Hmm. 1 second. Where? How do I get this image? Open with preview. Okay, I think I cancel. I think I might be able to. I'll rename it. Rename. No, rename. Profile. Profile pic. Okay, that's my profile pic. All right. Okay. Boom. Documents. Profile pic. Where are we? Cancel. Hold on. Where the flip is it? Oh, it's not a. It's not a JPEG. Flip. This is annoying. This is annoying. How do I? This is the picture I want to get. I want to put this there, but it's not a. It's not a JPEG, so I can't. It's hard for me to put it there. But I'm trying to change it. It's hard for me to change it. Okay. Anyway, with that being said, looks like I've come to the end of my stream. Um, hopefully you enjoyed it. This VOD is going on YouTube. My YouTube channel should be linked. My Discord should be linked. Join if you want. You know, go see what I have there. Go comment, not comment, but like go put your own thoughts. like the Discord is the repository where everything is just put up, everything we think about. Obviously, being on stream, you get the best experience, so please come on stream. But the Discord is where you can go back and just see like a snapshot of, I guess, the conclusion. But other than that, thanks for watching and peace.